What's up, Boss Fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss. I'm back again with another video for y'all, man. Appreciate you guys being here. We're a monetized channel now. Now we making money. I think already we up to like 10 bucks. Fire. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, man. It's because of you. I'm gonna try to do a giveaway. Once the money starts rolling in, I think I'm gonna put together like a cleaning kit, and then we'll give it away to some lucky subscriber to go ahead and start their business, or maybe add another location to their business with this cleaning kit. So I think I'm gonna try to include as much as I can. Depends on how well the channel does. So like this video so that more people see it, we get more watch time, we run that money up, and we can do a bigger, even bigger giveaway, hopefully each time some money comes in from YouTube. But today we got a question from Markel Pollard. Sorry if I screwed your name up. Markel Pollard, one of those, but he left a comment, and this is Markel's comment. Markel wants to know, how would you go about hiring your first employees? Do you do background checks? How much do you pay? Also, what is the pay period? Bi-weekly, weekly? How long is training? As far as employees are tough. I can only tell you what I've done and what's worked for me and what I've seen. I'm not 100% sure how things go in other operations. Like I tell you, most of us in business, all of us in business, are making this shit up. Unless you had like a templated thing from like a Jam Pro or a franchise or something like that, we're all making this shit up as we go along. No one has like a foolproof anything. Let's see. We'll take this question section by section, and then we'll get into it.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursue it. Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days.
All right. So first, how would I go about hiring my first employees? Well, knowing what I know now, I would just use all the organic free reach recruiting sites. So that's where I would start. I would make sure I have high quality images to represent my company, good descriptions and job titles and descriptions across all these platforms, whether it's Craigslist, Indeed, Monster, Facebook, or whatever. I'd make sure I'm posting there so that to take advantage of all the free stuff, because a lot of the stuff that we do now is all paid for employees as far as recruiters and and sites like that. We run ads for them now. But yeah, I would stick to the free things for my first employees. I would stick to those. I would express in the job description that this is a new company, it's a startup. So you get to be a part of something new, be a part of building something, or whatever your values are. Whatever your values are as a company, you want to make sure your messaging in your descriptions of your job attract those values to those type of people into your company, and that'll do a little bit of the culling for you as far as deciding, sifting through who's going to be a good match and who's not going to be a good match. So that's how I would start. Do you do background checks? Of course, absolutely. If you're doing cleaning, and I'm sure you could not do background checks, but that just puts you at risk. But even more so, like if you're going to be doing like commercial, where you have government contracts or businesses with highly proprietary information or processes and procedures or security features, you want to have trustworthy people in there. That's not to say that anyone who has a record can't be trusted, but you want to do background checks just to know who you're dealing with. It's just best practice. Yeah, you can save yourself a lot of headache by just seeing some red flags early on, and making your decision from there. I'm not saying once you run background checks what to consider or what not to consider, but definitely at least do background checks. It'll give you peace of mind, and your clients knowing that you run background checks also gives them peace of mind, because they know that it makes you that much more trustworthy as a company, because they know that this company won't just let anyone come and work for them and then give them a key to my business or give them the code to someone else's business. So and a lot of places require it. So if you're going to go after like government contracts and bid for government work and stuff like that, a lot of those buildings will require you to run background checks, and they may even ask for them. So and you're going to have those on hand to provide for them. Yes, background checks, not always a must, but definitely a good thing to get in the habit of doing early. I think in the very beginning, I didn't do background checks, and there were some instances where that could have been catastrophic. Thankfully, nothing was catastrophic, but there were problems. So that can be an issue. Definitely run background checks. There's plenty of sites on the internet now where you can either have your potential employee do it themselves and they pay for it, or you can just do, partner with one of the sites that are on the business side, and they'll run it for you. It'll cost you some money, but worth it in the end. Usually like anywhere from like 18, maybe 15 to $40, depending on what platform you use to run background checks. But background checks, definitely a good thing to be doing. How much do you pay? So my pay structure, one, fluctuates depending on the market. So if no one in my area is paying $22 an hour, then I'm not going to be paying $22 an hour. I'm going to kind of adjust what we're posting to to be competitive in the market. I don't like to be on the low end. I don't like to be the highest, but I like to be competitive, and because we do have a bonus structure. So, and it's also tiered. So I pay, at the very, I guess, not necessarily bottom tier, but at the bottom there's like cleaners who will make anywhere from $17 to $22 an hour. Then there's supervisors who will make anywhere from $21 to $25 or $26 an hour. And then we have like administrative people and things like that. Bookkeepers, accountants, graphic designers, and people in the office and who help make the business run, customer service and stuff like that. That all make various different amounts that are pretty much close to what the typical salaries would be for those positions. I didn't look into them too hard. I kind of just looked at what's the average. Go above average and and negotiate. A lot of times you'll negotiate what your employees need, and which is how I operate. I don't really like to. I'm not going to bring someone on if I feel like I can't financially make it work for them, and then it just won't work. They have no motivation to come to work. They come to work and they still struggle at home. Then it doesn't work. They don't feel like it's worth it to do anything or to put forth effort here. So I like to be competitive as far as pay. It's gonna vary depending on where you are. I know in New Orleans, you can have employees for extremely cheap. This is Seattle. Minimum wage in Seattle is like $15.50. It's ridiculous. Minimum wage in New Orleans is like $8. So there's differences depending on where you are. So it's hard to say how much you should pay wherever you are. But yeah, generally people start here at $17.50 and they work their way up to like $22 after training. So I think I do training for 2 weeks, but I also have an online training that can be done on the employee's own time. So I've talked about this in another videos. You can use an LMS system, learning management system. There's plenty of them. Just Google and get a list of them and pick whichever one works for you and works for your budget. And you can create courses. So you can create a course. And my coursework also plays into my pay structure. So you start at $17 or $17.50 an hour. You complete a certain amount of courses, or you get a certain amount of certificates through the LMS, then you're able to increase your pay, or qualify for bonuses and things like that. Same with supervisors. There's another course for supervisors. There's a course for the GM, and there's courses for positions that we've never replaced. I just have them in place for when we need to actually replace those things. That's part of that system. That's how that's company structure. That's how you have that set up. Also, was the pay period bi-weekly, weekly? I pay bi-weekly, so every other Friday checks go out. Yeah, I think we may have a vendor or two that, like a W-9 partnership, contractor partnership, that may go out a little more or a little less frequently than bi-weekly. But as far as cleaners and administrative staff, everybody gets paid every other Friday. So that's how that works. That's not to say that that's the right way to do it. You can pay weekly if that's easier for you. You can pay whatever, however you want, on the 1st and the 15th. I've seen cleaning businesses do it like that and have success. But it's just how it worked for me. That's what I did. I bill for the first of the month for services for that month. So ever since the dawn of my company, I've always had money in the bank account to be able to, once the first week of payroll rolls around for an employee, to be able to just run payroll. And I like being able to do that. And then it's just kind of managing the cash flow throughout the months to make sure that you are still able to run payroll for that second Friday, and sometimes that second pay period, and sometimes that third pay period in those months that have like 5 weekends in them and stuff that are kind of thrown throughout the year. But that's kind of how I handle employees and pay. After the application is filled out, they begin their online training, which is another way of like siphoning through who's bullshit and who's not. Because if they complete the training, they obviously actually want a job, and then they come on, then they're able to apply what they've learned on the online courses over the next 2 weeks while they're working side by side with a trainer or a supervisor, and then they're off on their own. And you know, it's sink or swim. That's pretty much it. You know, I would say hire fast. It's really, you know, we don't get a lot of, you know, it's not always an influx of employees. So when you have people coming in, it's better to just bring people on and, you know, and try. Hiring, there's no way to know when you hire. Firing is knowing, hiring is guessing. You're always guessing if you're hiring. You're bringing on someone, you just have no idea what they're capable of, what their capacity is. There's just no way to know. You're always guessing. So why waste time trying to like super dissect? The best you can do is try to design your system to give you value matches, get people that match your company values and the values that you think are important, and move from there. And move from there. And once you realize it's not working, the second you realize it's not working, end the relationship. That's it. And walk away from it. That's all you can do. That's what smart business is. It's easier said than done because you get emotional. If you actually care about people, you get to learn about your employees, and you know their personal life and their hardships and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is still a business, and you are here to make a profit, run a successful business, take care of your family. And so it does you no good to keep someone on that's not working or working out, and it does them no good if it's not working out for them. They clearly aren't made for your business, and you have to give them the ability to go and see where their actual purpose in life is. So I like the question. I appreciate you guys for commenting and asking questions. It gives me more content to create, and I know where you guys' heads are, and I kind of know what to address and make videos about. So continue to leave comments, ask questions. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Again, I still respond to every single comment in the comment section, so leave a comment. Like this video for your boy. Please give it a thumbs up for your boy. The YouTube algorithm eats likes alive. It helps me out. If you want to help out the channel at all, hit the like button. I want this video to get 80 likes. So let's do 80 likes. 80 likes is a goal. If you don't see 80 next to that like button, hit the like button for your boy. I would really appreciate it. It really helps the channel, and it helps shows the video to other people. It makes our community bigger, so we have more voices and more experiences to draw from, and not just mine. So do that. Like the video for your boy. Subscribe to the channel. One of the best things you can do for your business is be on a continuous learning journey, and that means subscribing to channels like this and everything that has to do with what you're trying to do. Business, service business, marketing, whatever you're trying to do. Subscribe to channels so that information comes to you. Start flooding your input, the things that you're receiving, the things that you're putting into your body. Start making sure that's purposeful, and you're doing things on purpose and putting information in front of you that's going to benefit you, or at least ideas that'll so you can see how other people are thinking in this industry. So do that. Subscribe to the channel. I don't try to sell you guys anything. I don't have anything to sell you. I make all of my money in my cleaning business. I don't really care about YouTube money. I think we've made like 10 bucks on YouTube, so whoop-de-doo. I'm eventually going to use all this money to kind of put back into the YouTube channel by way of like doing giveaways and stuff like that for you guys, for subscribers that are lucky enough to win, or however we decide to do giveaways. We'll talk about that. If you guys got any ideas, drop them in the comment section for me. But yeah, I don't have anything to sell you guys, so just subscribe to the channel. It's just a community of people, like-minded people who are trying to grow their business and trying to make better lives for themselves. If I didn't say it in this video, I started my business when I was homeless, so it can be done. You can make it out of whatever situation that you are in with this type of business, and I will continue to fight for that and preach that until it's not true. But I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much for being part of the Boss family. Like and subscribe to the video. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.